State University. He's already made the room laugh. Interesting quotes. Basketball news around the Southeast game with some folks. The University of Kentucky hired Jackson State head coach. If you remember, Mo Williams played at the University of Alabama, had an outstanding NBA career. He is going to join the staff of Mark Pope. The move comes on the heels of his son's commitment to the Wildcats. It's a 4-star guard, Mason Williams.
I see what.
He committed to Kentucky on Friday.
Okay.
As you remember, Williams played 13 seasons in the NBA for 7 different franchises, most notably as LeBron James's co-star in the backcourt with the Cleveland Cavs. He was an all-star in 2008-2009. He helped lead the Cavs to the Eastern Conference Finals while averaging 17.8 points, 4 assists per contest. He also played for the Utah Jazz, Milwaukee Bucks, Cavs, Clippers, Trailblazers, Timberwolves, and the Charlotte Hornets. So I remember him at Alabama. Man, he was.
Oh, he was good.
He was outstanding. So
he kind of gets lost in that group of Alabama players because there were so many in that stretch.
Yeah.
He was really good. It's funny you brought that up because when you said that in the break, I said, oh, yeah, he's on the team with LeBron that got smoked by the Spurs in the finals in like 2003. That was Mo. He's a good player, though.
2003.
2000, maybe 2004.
But early 2000s.
Yeah.
Wow.
He played 64 games at the University of Alabama under Mark Gottfried. He was named Sporting News National Freshman of the Year back in 2002, SEC Freshman of the Year in 2002. He was third team All SEC in 2003. Led the team in scoring, 16 points per game, almost 4 assists per game during his sophomore season of 2003. He was the 47th overall pick in the 2003 NBA draft. So a very well-decorated Alabama guard, averaged 13 points per game in his time at the University of Alabama.
I wonder what Mark Pope's off season looks like. You've gotten to 2 tournaments his first 2 years, but that's the expectation at Kentucky, and especially now in the SEC and what you've had to spend. It sounds like the resources are there. If Yax is saying Kentucky was saying $7 to $9 million for his services, I feel like they're going to try to break the bank, but he better hurry. Need to get past that Sweet 16, I would think, to keep folks in Lexington happy.
I would think so, too. As we mentioned, do we have the Will Wade?
Do you want to hear his opening comments?
Whatever you got. I mean, I've only read. I have not heard. I've only read. Is it the one about him being fired twice?
It's about him making a joke about the jersey he received when he was rehired.
No, yeah. You can play any of it. The one that Pat referenced was the one that I was talking about. But any Will Wade is fine.
Let's listen to the introduction for a second. He got a good laugh out of this. This is Will Wade at his introductory press conference for the second time.
Was Lane Kiffin in the front row?
In Baton Rouge. I don't know, but I'm sure Kim's there.
I hope so.
I was seeing if I could get one that said 22/26, because I was 22, 2 interim coaches, full-time head coach, and 26. So I didn't know if they were going to put that on the jersey, but we'll just take 26. Take 26 for now. So, hey, look, very excited to be here. Great to see so many familiar faces. Great to have our students here, a lot of our alums, family, friends, supporters. Look, this is deeply personal for me to be back here and to celebrate with all you guys here today. I can't even express in words what Dr. Roos and just the administration, everybody has meant to me, and I couldn't be more thrilled to be back with my wife and my daughter. My daughter's a little taller now. They've been the foundation through the highs and lows, Caroline and Lauren, that we've been through. They keep me smiling, keep me grounded, remind me of what matters in life. And so these two have sacrificed a lot for us to be here today. They sacrificed a ton. So I love you guys, and thank you guys so much for being here. There's too many people to thank for making this happen. There's just a ton of folks involved to make this happen. I want to first off thank our governor, Jeff Landry. I want to thank our wonderful LSU board, many of who are here today, and our great chairman, Lee Mallett. I want to thank Dr. Roos, who I've worked with before. We're going to work well together again, get that alignment. We've got Heath Schroyer here, same chain of command as Doc likes to say, and certainly our wonderful athletic administration and everybody involved in the athletic administration. Their belief in me and the belief in me that this is the right time to come home will never be forgotten. And make no mistake, this is home. I wasn't born in Louisiana, but Louisiana's home for me, and me and my family. And so, we're coming back to make history. We're going to make history one way or the other. We're coming back, like Dr. Roos said, to try to hang a banner, win a national championship, or I'm going to be the first coach fired from the same school twice. But one way or another, we're going to make history. And it's going to be a fun ride, one way or the other. Ain't no doubt about that. But we're very, very excited to be back. And look, these last 4 years, you're not getting the same coach you had 4 years ago. These last 4 years have humbled and changed me. You're getting a better coach, a better leader this time around. Now, I got the same urgency. I got the same fight, same feisty guy that you always know, but we're going to be better. And I want everybody to know with LSU basketball, our time is now with LSU basketball. I didn't come here to reflect and talk about the past and any of that stuff. I came here to win, and we're going to win immediately. LSU and Louisiana deserves a winner, and that's what we're going to deliver, and we're going to deliver that in short order. Listen, everybody has this notion, LSU basketball is not meant to be average, mediocre, or pretty good. You can throw that stuff out. That's not who we are. That's not who we are. This program's meant to be great. This program's meant to compete at the highest levels of college basketball, night in and night out. And as we say down here, it just means more. And that highly competitive winning program, I know what that program looks like. I've seen it, I lived it, and I know how to build it the right way. We're going to be rooted in aggression. We're going to be rooted in toughness. We're going to be rooted in discipline. And we're going to recruit competitors that want to play that way. We're going to recruit competitors that understand what it means to put those three letters across your chest every day. You won't find anybody that's more proud to wear that LSU in state of Louisiana than this guy right here. And we're going to find 15 players that are willing to lay it on the line for us every night. Our first time here, we had some top 10 offenses. We had some top 10 defense. Well, one top 10 defense. We're more offensive oriented, but we were a little bit all over the place. But now I know the formula, and we're going to come back. We're going to have a top 10 offense and a top 10 defense at the same time, which will allow us to compete at the level that we want to compete at. Defensively, we're going to be disruptive. We're going to play aggressive defensively and be disruptive. Offensively, we're going to be relentless, attacking the paint, attacking the rim. Then we're going to have the details and discipline with our special teams, all right? We're going to build a winning program, and we're going to build this thing quick. This is not something that's going to take long. We're going to get in that portal when it opens next Monday, and we're going to put together a winner because everybody in here deserves a winner.
He's in that portal right now. Let's be honest.
It's not waiting on Monday.
No.
To all our students, to all our fans, I remember this building when it was rocking. That Tennessee game, the year we won the SEC, I don't know if I've ever heard anything so loud in my life. The energy and the pride and how hard it is to play here when LSU basketball is unmatched anywhere in the country. And we're going to give you a team that you can be proud of and that we can pack the PMAC every night.
Sounds kind of funny.
Back PMAC.
We're going to be a team that plays extremely hard, that competes on every possession. All right, our team's going to represent Louisiana the way it should be represented, with toughness, grit, and a lot of swagger, because that's what we have down here. All right, we don't We don't do anything halfway in this state. We don't do anything halfway in this state. We're going to go all in, and we're going to get this basketball program right where it needs to be. And look, I know we've taken some, I know people have been talking about us a little bit. I understand I'm not for everybody. And we understand also that LSU isn't for everybody. But one thing we both understand is I'm for LSU, and LSU's for me. And make no mistake about that. And this isn't about me. I'm just the caretaker of the program. This is about LSU and building something special and something that lasts, that's a sense of pride for our school, our state, our fans, and all of our people. And so we have a lot of work to do, but I promise you we're going to get this program back to the NCAA tournament and back to the top of the SEC in short order. And I'm honored to be your coach and represent this state and this great school. It's the honor of a lifetime to be back. You never get second chances in life, but we get one here, and we're going to make this better than the first time. So with that, I appreciate everybody. It's great to be home. And for the first time of many times, boot up!
Wow.
He said so much without really saying anything at all.
He did. And he said all of that exactly 373 days after saying the same thing to the folks at a press conference in Raleigh when he was at NC State.
But that's not home, Landrum.
Yeah.
This is home. He wasn't born there, but it's home.
He's got the formula. He knows how to build it.
All you have to do is have a top 10 offense and defense at the same time, Landrum.
Well, the problem is now, Coach, everybody else can cheat too.
Bingo.
And the SEC has actually gotten a good bit stronger in the 4 years that you've been gone. And you went to the ACC, for last year and the time that you spent there at McNeese. It's going to be entertaining. Look, it's going to be more, and God bless Matt McMahon, and I hope that he has a wonderful career somewhere else. But it's going to be more entertaining at the very least with Will Wade as the head basketball coach.
One thing you can say, probably LSU's baseball coach is probably the most, reserved.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But when you look at that roster of
non-inflammatory,
head coaches, when you look at Mulkey and Kiffin and this guy,
that's quite the caravan.
They'll sell a couple tickets at those rubber chicken dinners.
Who opens for who? So who's the warm-up act? Is that Will Wade warms up everybody for Lane, and then the first lady, she comes on and takes the stage last?
Well, first off, we've covered Lane Kiffin for a long time. Lane Kiffin is more entertaining on social media than he is giving a press conference.
No doubt.
He is boring.
Yes.
He
is paint drying.
It's bad. So
he is paint watching paint dry.
So, Will and Kim, they'll get the crowd spot.
Yeah.
You'll want to pass the collection plate and give every single dime you got for the church of Will Wade and Kim Mulkey.
I don't know. Well, yeah.
If you're in Louisiana,
you will.
Just by watching the video while we were listening to that, looked like they were eating that up.
Of course they are. But I think Landrum hit the nail on the head. He can say all that, and they can go spend as much money as they want. But the difference now is for Will Wade is everybody else is doing it. It's the same principle that everybody wanted to rail on Alabama when Nick Saban stepped down. It's like, oh, well, Nick and Kirby, they don't have the market cornered anymore because you know what? Now everybody else is paying as much money, and now they're paying above board, whereas Alabama and Georgia were always paying people under the table. Now it's above the board, and they're going to have a tough time kind of making sure you've got 3 and 4 guys deep that are top-notch talent.
Coach, you just had 2 teams in your league this past season that combined spent $22 million on their roster, and they did not make the NCAA tournament. That's what you're up against. And now the expectation coming back to LSU, we've been waiting on Will Wade. We've been waiting on Will Wade to come back. LSU fans, they've been waiting. They knew that day was going to come. Now that day has come. You better win.
So I have just gotten a.
He'll get players, but he better win.
I've just gotten a bulletin, an update from the College Football Playoff Committee, and I will read this. The CFP Management Committee has appointed Dr. Brian Maggart, the athletics director at Louisiana, Gus Malzahn, former head coach at Arkansas State and Auburn and UCF, and Jeff Tedford, former head coach of Cal and Fresno State, to the CFP Selection Committee.
Please tell me we get Gus on Tuesday nights.
The new members will begin a 3-year term starting this spring. They will replace Chris Alt, Jeff Long, and David Saylor. Clark also announced that the management committee has extended the term. Oh, if I wish I could have Brett Norsworthy on the line right now.
No, they're doing it for multiple years now.
They have extended the term of University of Arkansas Athletics Director Hunter Yurachek as selection committee chair for a second year through the 2026 football season.
Dear
so
Lord.
Run it back, Hunter.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you thought Tuesday nights were bad. They just got worse. Another year of Hunter Yurachek.
He was so bad. So bad.
So Gus Malzahn on now the selection committee. Hunter Yurachek is back as the chairperson that will lead us through and navigate these muddy waters.
Hunter Yurachek's a ratings grabber for ESPN. That's what he is. It's not tuning in to see what they reveal.
Oh God.
It's tuning in to listen to Hunter Yurachek.
I love like
He's
that
going to need something to do when Arkansas fires him.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not that.
Well, he's
Pat had me in the first half. Like the first half of that announcement, all for it. And then the Hunter, no, not as excited about that part.
Tedford, Malzahn, and who was the third one? I'm trying to remember.
Someone from Louisiana, right?
Oh, yes, that's right. Maggart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maggart.
Yes. Not the first
I was about to say Maggette.
one. What?
Yeah. I don't
Who's
know.
Maggette?
Corey Maggette?
Okay.
Okay. So Gus is in. Well, good for Gus. Retired.
I agree. That's a good.
Yeah. Hang out at Lake Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Then you fly to where they do that? Grapevine?
Mm-hmm.
You can fly to
outside of
Grapevine.
Dallas. Yep.
Talk ball and drink coffee and X and O it up with people. Oh, Gus would be great. Those other committee members are going to be like, oh, Gus wants to watch more film.
I know those are the kind of guys I want on the committee.
But Gus is actually that guy that we've been wanting that watches every single second of every single game. Those other committee members are like, oh, great. No more golf on Wednesdays. All right. We got Gus here.
Good. Hold him accountable, Gus.
Yep. Interesting news. We'll get your reactions. 205-834-9450, 800-239-WJOX.
It is 1:23 here on Jocks. Welcome back to the program. This is Reaction Monday. You know, this time of the year, you're going to have a lot of storms, and that means that you need to make sure that your home is properly protected. And I've seen Abide Roofing Crews been out the last few weeks, and they've been doing roof assessment damage because we got some heavy storms in eastern part of Jefferson County, and they have been out all over the place. And they've been doing that free, no obligation roof inspection. Travis Lloyd and his outstanding local roofing team, they're ready to help you. 205-577-7338. Because if you're a homeowner, business owner in Central Alabama, you need a roof that you can count on. And you need to make sure that all this hail damage and these storms that we've already had to begin the spring, make sure there's no missing shingles, hidden damage that can turn into a huge problem down the road. They're the insurance claim masters. They can help you navigate those waters in regards to what's going on with your insurance company. That's what they did for me. Not to mention the fact they have the 24-hour support and fast emergency service. So call them today. Let them spring into action for your home and your roof. 205-577-7338. That's abideroof.com.
It is a Reaction Monday, so we try to get as much as your reaction through the course of the 4 hours of the program as we possibly can. The text line is open. We'll get to your text, but first, phone lines, 800-239-WJOX. Derek wants to talk about Mo Williams, newly named assistant coach for Mark Pope and Kentucky. Derek, welcome in.
Hey, guys. Sorry, guys. Still suffering after yesterday. Man.
Which
when have we seen that with Duke? I mean, when have you seen a team? Yeah, Christian Laettner, but they had the ball. They didn't give it away. Kentucky made a shot. I mean, when have you seen a team have a lead like that and just, turn the ball over and a shot was made? I've tried to go through back to 1980. I couldn't think of one. Not in the Final Four, Elite Eight.
No.
I mean, we've seen plenty of buzzer beaters, but I'm talking you had the game. But anyway. But, yeah, going back to Mo Williams and Conrad, you talked about LeBron. It was 2007 that they got swept by the Spurs, and that was, to me, still one of the most impressive things LeBron has ever done.
He carried that team to the finals by himself
took
almost.
A team with G League players and not a player in the top 300 and took them to the finals. I'm sorry, people. You put a 25-year-old Magic Johnson on there without those 6 Hall of Famers he had, they go 25 and 57. I mean, that was off the chart to me, what he did, just getting to the finals. But we were talking about, I've watched this game, as y'all can see, a long time. Is Phylon, to me, Enos Watley is still the best point guard they've ever had. I mean, there was a time, you weren't around, Conrad, but he, other than Isaiah Thomas, he was probably the best ball handler we've seen back in that era for about 5 years. He didn't have the shot that Phylon has, but I think Phylon's probably going to be a great pro, in my opinion. He'll shoot 90% from the free throw line. And where does Mo Williams fit in that? We were trying to discuss that with a crew Friday night. Is Hollywood Robinson in there? Is it Mo Williams? Terry Connor was a fabulous college player, but his game didn't translate to the NBA.
Well, see, and that would be the thing with, if you compared, Mark Sears and Phylon, for example. Like, Sears probably accomplished more at Alabama, going to a Final Four, but Phylon's more of I would say he's a more talented basketball player than Mark Sears. Oh,
gosh, I haven't. I mean, he has a little bit of Klay Thompson in him to me. Once he, gets older, I mean, he'll shoot 90% from the line. I mean, he's polished, I mean, I think he's going to be fun to watch whoever he goes to. So, but that was our debate. Who was,
I mean, where do you put Mark Sears in that group?
I don't know, guys. He was great.
Hollywood Robinson?
To me, it's Terry Connor. Oh, no, I take Hollywood. Hollywood had a good pro career with Portland for a while. He just had he had a little bit of, what's the guy the past week we've been talking about?
Aiden Holloway?
Suspended from the team. Yeah, he had a little bit of that issue back there for him.
How about Trevor Relaford? Relaford was good.
Relaford was great.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was. You didn't see Terry Connor. Connor averaged like 8 assists a game. He was a great college player, kind of like Mark Sears. We're leaving. Sexton.
Colin Sexton.
I think would be. Yeah, I think he would be. I'd put him behind Phylon.
Yeah, I would take Phylon over Colin Sexton.
Then Mo Williams. Yeah. Anyway, keep it up. Good show, guys.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thanks for the call.
And somebody called it in the break, and to give credit where credit's due to Mo Williams, he did return to the Cavs and win that title with LeBron in 2016.
And I was going to bring up Ron Steele, the non-injury Ron Steele. Yeah. Another really good one. I think Kyra Lewis was put on there. Saw where Herb Jones was recruited as a point guard.
That's interesting. He turned out to be excellent and not the point guard position.
I think all-around value player, one of the most valuable players that program has ever had.
Yeah, and that's
what he did.
Absolutely, and that's one of those guys that if you could have 15 of him on a team, you would take it every single time from the intangibles and leadership perspective as well. He's great.
The Hunter Yurachek news that his contract as the chairperson of the College Football Playoff Committee has been extended. So if you're entertained by Hunter Yurachek on Tuesday nights when he gives us an explanation at why they arrived at the decision that they did, you get more of that. Also, Gus Malzahn is going to be a part of the College Football Playoff Committee after calling it a career. This one reads, Hunter Yurachek is better at giving motivational speeches to hemorrhoid cream salesmen.
What?
You know, you're not going to have to motivate me to use your cream. If the hemorrhoid is bad enough, I think that you're looking for any kind of
Does it work?
That works.
Sign me up.
Yes, but I appreciate the effort at the analogy. Someone says Gus has now found a way to keep beating Alabama.
You never know. He could be the voice of reason one year.
Justin says, what does Will Wade want to pack every night?
It
the
did sound
PMAC.
fun. Yeah, it did sound
Pack
really
the
funny.
PMAC. We played Will Wade's opening remarks of his second introductory press conference in Baton Rouge. Kevin says this jerk is going to be in big trouble as quick as he was last time. Harder to get in trouble for coaches these days. The tampering, that's my prediction. That's where they'll get him.
I mean, I guess you like the honesty, but it is funny being like, well, we're either going to make history because either we're going to win or I'm going to get fired twice by the same school. It's just kind of like, okay, it's kind of odd thing to say in an introductory press conference.
Going back to Alabama and a lot of other college programs needing a big man. Over the past few years, this listener says you hear this a lot. Here's a big who shoots the three. I want a big who dominates inside. Other guys can shoot the three. Give me a big who dominates in the paint. I'm like that guy. That's what I liked about what Tennessee had, and that's why people had problems against them. If you weren't big and you didn't have those physical bodies, Rick Barnes had 3 or 4. He could just roll off the bench at any time, come in, bruise you up. Your guy's tired. He's got fresh legs at the end of the game. He can afford to give 2, 3, 4 fouls while they're in there, alter shots.
Well, and if you're able to keep him, too, if you're Alabama, you go get a guy like that. You've already got Sherrell, if you can retain him, and he can shoot the 3. So, yeah, go get a dude that just stays in the paint, mess people up. That's what you need.
Gonna pack that PMAC all night long.
I didn't see Kim in the front row. That was disappointing.
People are also texting in a fun list of stuff for your curiosity crate that we're going to debut next week.
Yeah, there was one I saw that I was a fan of and one that I was really not a fan of from the text.
This one reads, Madagascar hissing cockroach, harmless, about 4 inches long. It will hiss when touched.
That was the one I was not a fan of.
I know, Pat. I was thinking the same thing.
See, I don't like the look on Pat's face, which is like that seems awfully close to an idea we also had.
Goes on to say, local pet store may have some. I had some years ago when I owned a traveling petting zoo in Birmingham, and the kids loved them. Mine were named Bill and Hillary. Do you still have the animals that you use for your traveling show, and would you be willing to assist us?
See, now I have to go to all the local pet stores and buy those so that y'all can't use them for the box.
Oh, we'll find something else.
I don't like cockroaches.
I don't know anybody who does.
Yeah, not a fan of them. 4 inches. That's a big cockroach. Really big.
You know, hiss at you if you touch it.
Yeah, I don't like that.
205-834-9450. We continue here on Three Man Front. One 136 three-man front. We continue on this Reaction Monday. Major League Baseball, full schedule of games today. The first one underway in Kansas City. The Royals losing 2 of 3 to my Atlanta Braves. A lot of your Atlanta Braves this weekend. They're at TWTIS. They're at home as they host the Minnesota Twins. That's your afternoon baseball. Then later on, you're going to get the Braves hosting the A's as Bryce Elder's on the bump as he opposes Jacob Lopez for Las Vegas, Sacramento, Oakland, whatever that franchise is. They're 0-3 to start the season. Meanwhile, St. Louis, Pat's team, they host the Mets. I'm seeing where the New York Yankees are in Seattle to take on the Mariners, and Molly's Tigers are playing late at Arizona, somewhere the Braves will be later on this week. You can get into Mandu right there in downtown Homewood. Get in today. Mandu is electrical muscle stimulation fitness, and at Mandu, it only takes 15 minutes. Because of the FDA-approved technology, the EMS system, 15-minute workout at Mandu is the equivalent to 6 hours in a gym. Your first visit is free. They'll put you through the workout, decide if Mandu is right for you. MANDUU.com. That's the website, located conveniently in downtown Homewood. Also locations, the newest location in Tuscaloosa. Also one for our listeners up in North Alabama in the Huntsville area. MANDUU.com. First visit's free. Always tell them Landrum from Jocks sent you. We see good, we see bad. Conrad has seen something bad. This is the worst thing that Conrad's seen.
This is the worst thing I've seen.
Been in quarantine and I need to get out and party. Woo! What's better than beach and a few drinks and Jeeps? Man, it can't get better than that. Law enforcement's definitely made their visitability and made people chill out and not be as crazy. The cops are doing their job as long as they don't be mean to people who are actually being innocent. Then I'm all gravy, baby.
All right, so when it comes to the Easter holiday, which is coming up this Sunday, of course, what's the first candy that you think of?
Chicks, ducks, and bunnies.
Okay.
Sweet tarts.
So not Kit Kats.
But for normal people, I would think chocolate.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not Kit Kats because you're not getting Kit Kats for Easter.
Why?
Not happening.
What?
Not happening. Sorry, Molly. Not happening.
Aw.
Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Well, how about a 12-ton piece of Kit Kat?
That's
Because
good.
somebody stole a 12-ton shipment of Kit Kat bars in a chocolate heist that is threatening to cause a shortage in stores ahead of the Easter holiday.
12 tons.
So, according to Nestle, who owns Kit Kat, they told reporters on Saturday that they had a truck transporting 413,793 units of Kit Kats. So I'm assuming that's individually packaged Kit Kat bars. That had been stolen during transit over in Europe. So the shipment disappeared last week while heading between production and distribution locations. It says, according to a spokesperson for Nestle, we've always encouraged people to have a break with Kit Kat, but it seems these thieves have taken the message too literally and made a break with more than 12 tons of our chocolate. According to Nestle, the company's truck had left a factory in central Italy and was making its way to Poland when it was stolen, adding that the vehicle and the contents remain unaccounted for. So they don't even know where the truck is.
So something tells me this is organized crime.
I would think so.
And the guy that was in charge or assigned to go and heist the truck, they thought that this was a truck and it was carrying fur coats.
I would think they were expecting not Kit Kat bars in the truck, but that's what they ended up with.
That's a lot of Kit Kats.
12 tons of, if it was
Yeah.
413,000 Kit Kat bars. So according to the company, it said this may lead to a shortage of Kit Kats appearing on shelves near the Easter holiday, and that people need to keep their eyes out for unofficial sales channels across European markets for Kit Kats. You could be like on the black market looking for Kit Kats.
But we're good in the States, right?
I would think that this would also affect the States
Oh, I hope not.
because that's a lot of Kit Kats.
That's a lot of Kit Kat, though.
I would think that they were going to be transported around the world, perhaps. But anyways, according to Nestle, it was possible to trace the stolen goods by scanning the unique batch codes found on each bar. So that's how they're hoping that they're ultimately going to be able to find them, is if they find some of the stolen Kit Kats out in the wild, they'd be able to scan it and
Or
that
just
would help
start
them trace the location.
Just getting various news stories, just random news stories over the next few months. And it's Putin, and he's always conveniently eating a Kit Kat.
That would be really funny, wouldn't it? So yeah, hopefully you're looking for a chocolate bunny this year in your basket, not a Kit Kat bar, because you're probably not finding the Kit Kat bar.
That was a tough break.
That I see what you did there. Well, we have time. Do we want to
Yeah.
one more? All right, let me find it real quick. So we're going to go back to yesterday's NCAA tournament action, where UConn obviously hit the that game winner, incredible shot over Duke to win 73-72 and advance to the Final Four once again. Well, I found this story on Twitter earlier this morning. It just says the user is at PHClap. That is his name on Twitter. And it says, story time. We all saw it. Mullins from the I-95 corridor. In the ensuing celebration, my buddy was jumping up and down in elation and completely tore his Achilles.
Oh!
We just got back from the emergency room. March 29th goes down in the history books. Was it all worth it? You bet your beep it was. And he then posted pictures of his buddies who were attending the game, and his friends took him to the ER, and they're all celebrating as he has his Achilles wrapped up. And so I hope it was worth it, because that's not a fun injury to recover from what I understand. So, but yeah, we see that sometimes, unfortunate celebrations.
Based on what I've heard, my cousin, his Achilles, it snapped when he was standing on the end of a diving board, which
Oh, that's brutal.
is problematic.
Yeah.
Once you get down to the
pool?
bottom of the deep end, realize that you need to swim back to the top.
That's
I've heard
concerning.
it's terrible. There's not enough beer in that arena to alleviate that pain.
Probably not. But instead of beer, maybe a buzzer beater helps a little bit. Helps just a little bit. Now,
Well-
imagine if you're a Duke fan.
Well,
that would
maybe
be really bad.
Danny will sign his cast.
I was about to say, they've got to find a way to get this guy to somehow get him to the Final Four now. But those are the two worst things that I've seen.
All right. Thank you, Conrad.
Well, someplace that you can check out this week and the rest of the weekend is Big Whiskey's. You can catch the rest of the tournament action. They offer some great food with plenty of big screens. They have a full menu with something to please everyone and the most extensive bar in town. The outdoor patio and game area is great for families. They're in the Stadium Trace Village near the Hoover Met, but they're also off of Tattersall Park, off of Highway 280. Go check out our friends at Big Whiskey's.
He's got questions. We try to answer them. Pat Ponders on the way next on Three Man Front. 148 three-man front. We continue. A lot of reaction on the text line. We did hear from Faye, which I don't know how I omitted this one, but Faye texting in the text line, and she goes back to saying tampering don't matter anymore. A lot of people said we tampered with the judge to help Charles out. Going back to Bediako.
Well, that didn't help, did it?
It did not help. No. A lot of other texts. We will get to those. But we got 5 questions that Pat writes every single day. This is what we call Pat Ponders.
I want to know what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind.
It's time for Pat Ponders.
All right, question number 1. Alabama and Auburn football fans can empathize with Duke, the kick six, gravedigger. Those highlight devastating moments for both fan bases. But what other end-of-the-game losses in any sport can you recall to be as stunning as UConn's come-from-behind win from yesterday?
Oh. Let's see.
I mean, it was technically, Tua. It was technically a walk-off, but it was more so like the entire second half of the game. But I mean, the Patriots coming back on the Falcons.
Yeah.
And the Super Bowl and then winning it in overtime to walk it off. That was
I also thought about the
impossible to believe.
The wide left field goal from the Georgia-Ohio State college football playoff game.
It's a good one.
And I'm pretty sure it hit like right when the ball dropped too in New York City.
The Morris home run for LSU, bring back old Rosenblatt College World Series.
Yep.
That would be one.
Aaron Boone against the Red Sox in 2003.
Joe Carter's 3-run home run against the Phillies in the 93 World Series.
Yep. It's another
a great one. There's a lot.
Music City Miracle for the Titans.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of like random basketball ones that I remember from like
Cal Stanford play.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good ones.
Yeah, Damian Lillard, Paul George, some really good NBA ones.
Jack Hughes
recently.
gold medal.
Yeah,
Jack Hughes.
Golden puck.
There's so many good ones.
Sid Bream rounding third.
I don't know if nationally that hits quite as well, Landrum. Outside of the
Pirates fans still remember.
And that's all that matters. They remember.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to be in the national lexicon of the greatest comebacks of all time. But all right, next question. How many of your Final Four teams are left? And if you could repick your national champion, who would it be?
One. But it's Michigan, so I feel like I would probably
I had 2 left.
I have 3.
mine's Michigan. I'd probably still pick them to win it.
Duke, when I picked my bracket, Duke was my national champion. But nope. I think Arizona wins it all.
I have 3. I had Illinois, Arizona, and Michigan.
It's between Molly and Dallas for the championship.
Never thought I would be in this position, but I have Michigan winning mine.
But she hadn't paid yet, so she may not get nothing.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
Technicality.
So if Molly wins, we split the rest of the money, right?
Yes.
The 3 of us.
It'll be given to the second place because time has elapsed.
So who'd you take to win it, Molly?
Michigan.
Michigan. Okay. That's who I have.
I think Dallas has Arizona.
I'll say we're different, yeah.
Well, that'll be fun.
I picked Arizona to win, but they're the only team left in my Final Four.
Yeah. Duke and Florida were a problem for me.
So was Wisconsin for me. That one,
gracious,
being bold,
Conrad.
did not pay off for me.
I forgot that team was even in the tournament, Conrad.
See, and I thought I was being bold with Illinois. because I had them beating Florida in the Elite Eight.
You were, and yours paid off.
But
Mine
mine
made me
paid
look like
off,
an
yeah.
idiot.
All right, let's try to get one more question in before we get out of here. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most exciting ever, what would you say this year's NCAA tournament would rank on a scale of 1 to 10?
5.
I was about to say, yesterday helped a lot. I'd go, 6 maybe.
See, I would probably go a 7 or an 8 for me personally, just because of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. But that's just totally personal because obviously.
Was
they've
it the
never
story
won a
that I saw
tournament
that 21 games had been decided by 20 points or more?
It's been bad.
Yeah, there's been a lot of blowouts. Well, I mean, the Elite Eight was outside of the last game.
Yeah.
That was the only game that was any good, really.
Nebraska saves it for me.
I just hate that. And again, I know it's the way the bracket works out. I don't like to be that guy, but it does kind of stink that Michigan Arizona is not the national championship
I
game because
know.
that's
Ugh.
the one that. I mean, that's the two best teams.
That is today's Pat Ponders. We'll have more tomorrow.
It was good. It does help getting the moment like we got yesterday with
Yes.
the Mullins shot to knock off a Duke. It's just unfortunate it was UConn, which are for some people like me. We've seen this plenty of times.
Yeah, well, and if something crazy happens, like, again, like you have like a Villanova UNC situation where like somebody wins the national championship game on a buzzer beater. I feel like that kind of stuff, in hindsight, that will make you remember the tournament more fondly because it came down to that huge.
Well, of all the
moment.
teams remaining, I'm pulling for Yaxel Lindebord. That's who I'm pulling for. It just stinks that he plays for Michigan. Urgh.
Should have just taken that pay cut and stayed in the state. Could have done it.
Yes, we will be live from Social Taco. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have UAB head football coach Alex Mortensen. Mort will join us. That should be a whole lot of fun. You can join us there in the square. Homewood, Mike Griffith as well. Whole lot of spring football conversation to discuss, not only here in the state, but around the SEC. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. God is great.